of dancing. Dance your
You know,
way
we gotta have our outtakes stuff, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Channie.
I'm Lindsay.
We're Chansie. And today is...
drinking.
And we've been drinking, yes, a little bit. And we're sorry for this. Today is part 3 of our cake ball videos. That actually started out as 3 parts and ended up as 4. Yeah, so part 1 was our yellow cake, part 1.2 was our chocolate cake, part 2.0 was our 2 different types of frosting.
2.0, 2.0?
Yeah.
2?
2.
Oh,
yeah. And so part 3 is our assembly. So you'll learn all of the fancy fun stuff that you need to make your cake balls. Are you ready to begin?
Yeah!
Okay.
Let's do this.
Here's what you'll need.
Oh. Do you want me to zoom in?
Actually, we probably don't need to.
Alright, they know what we got.
Okay, so you're going to need the cake that you made in part 1 or part 1.2.
Do tell us more.
You're going to need the frosting that you made in part 2. Your cake...
Stand away from my frosting. It's
Your-
mine.
your-
It's mine!
Your cake and frosting combination can vary depending on your personal tastes. You are also going to need some candy coating. We're using
Almond bark.
some almond bark. You can use, Hershey's or Ghirardelli or kind of whatever you want.
It's cheaper than that.
Yeah, a little bit.
$3.
We're using white chocolate, but you can also use milk chocolate, or if you're feeling really, really indulgent, you can use dark chocolate.
What about cookies and cream? Like the cookies and cream
yeah.
Hershey bar?
Yeah, that might work. I haven't tried that. We'll have to try that sometime. You're also going to need miscellaneous stuff that you're going to need. You are going to need some parchment paper, because you want someplace for your stuff to set up on. And you are also going to need a cookie sheet or baking pan.
To hold your wine glass.
To hold your wine glass, yes.
And the parchment paper.
And the parchment paper and the almond bark and everything else.
And a knife, but don't kill anyone
You're
with it.
going to need a knife to cut up your cake to put it in your bowl. And you're also going to need a scoop if you want your cake balls to be a uniform size.
It's doing the psycho thing.
Okay, are you ready to begin? Ready
Yeah.
to begin? Okay, half batches. Okay, so what you
How
want to do?
much does a half bat? How many
One-
cake balls does
One
a whole
9
cake make?
1 9 by 13, so this is a quarter sheet.
Okay.
1 9 by 13 cake, which is your common cake size, will make 90, approximately, well, depending on the size of your scoop, between 60 and 90 cake balls. Depends on the
That's
size.
a lot of cake balls.
It depends on the size of your scoop and how thick your cake is. Okay, so throw all of your cake into your bowl, and also, especially if you have a smaller mixing bowl, just toss it in. If you have a smaller mixing bowl, I have a great big old 6 quart, but if you have the standard, what is it, 5 or 4 quart, do smaller batches. It actually works better. Okay, so what you want to do is put your cake in your pan.
Don't move.
And turn your mixer on. And let your cake get nice and crumbly. At this point, they're going to kind of want to zoom in and see what's
Are we
going on.
making crumble cake?
We're making crumble cake. We're going to
I
want to
thought
zoom
we
in.
were making cake balls.
We are. We're going to want to zoom in.
we'll zoom
Okay.
in. Oh, God, Jenny.
So, what you want is for your cake to get nice and crumbly. You'll notice that I still have some kind of big chunks in there. That's okay. As you add the frosting, it'll still kind of come down.
Frosting?
Do it 1 scoop at a time because there's a consistency you're looking for.
That's a big word, Channie. Consistency.
Do another glob. There is like a precise amount of frosting that you need, but it really depends on. Well, it depends on how moist your cake is. The more moist your cake is, the less frosting you'll use. It depends on how much cake you have in there, and it kind of depends on weird things like humidity in the air. The more humid the day is, the more moisture seeps into the cake, the less
Now
frosting
you're getting
you
all
use.
sciencey on
Yeah.
us.
What you're looking for, you'll kind of see how it's starting to kind of clump together. That's what you want. When your cake holds its shape pretty well, you're about at the right spot. So we only used 2 spoonfuls of our giant bowl
Do
of
we want
frosting.
more?
No, we're good. Look at how
That's
beautiful
it?
that is. That's it. Look how gorgeous that is.
Mmm.
See? And it
Stop
holds-
smushing it.
and look at, see now, like this is perfect. See how it's like rolling around the bowl?
Kind of like dough.
Yeah.
When you make
Like
dough.
exactly. Okay, so this is really good. What you want to do then is you want to put this in the refrigerator for a few minutes. All you do is scoop up and put your mixture onto your parchment.
Oh, look at that. I dropped a little.
Now I need 45 of these. And then, once you've got them, as you're scooping it out, this is where it's handy to have a second set of hands. I like to make them nice and round.
No, that's what you.
That's why I wanted you to take your rings off.
Oh.
Make them nice and round and just put them on. You want your stuff to go ahead and set on a parchment. At this point, once you've got your beautiful array of cake balls rolled out and you got your hands, okay, so your frosting is butter and shortening. Your hands are gonna be a little greasy and funky looking. At this point, what you want to do is you want to chill these again. You can put them in the refrigerator, but I like at this point to put them in the freezer because they have started to melt a little bit with all the working them with your hands and things. Now that our cake balls have set up in the freezer, you can see there's so much more. They're not yeah. Well, they're not pliable anymore, so they're gonna hold their shape better. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and you want your chocolate to be melted. You can do this in the microwave. We kind of went over that with our Rice Krispie video. You can do it on a stove with the double boiler. Just make sure no moisture gets in there. I'm using my handy little melting pot.
Handy dandy melting pot.
So all I do is I use a spoon, and so I take my cake ball and I pop it into the chocolate. Cover it once so it gets nice and coated, and then just take it out.
Before it falls
Before it
off.
falls. Tap off any of the extra chocolate, and what you want to do is kind of tap it to the edge of the spoon, and then slide it right onto your parchment. And that way, when it's on the edge of the spoon, you don't have too much of a mess.
Yeah, and if there's any excess on the sides, you can just pick it off.
Right.
Honestly. Well, even then, nobody's gonna notice it over the deliciousness.